Hey, this is Mark at the Action Figuratorium. I do toy photography, but I also collect toys, and I recently acquired a couple of these Mezco Breaking Bad figures, Walter White and Jesse Pinkman in hazmat suits, all for the low cost of $20.50. We are going to be opening these today on the Action Figuratorium, so stay tuned. Back here, Action Figuratorium. Mark, I have recently acquired a couple of new figures. This is through eBay. They came in at $20.50. That works out to, with the shipping, I should add, $10.25 each. We are going to open them up and see what you can get for Breaking Bad characters in hazmat suits. Mezco 6-inch. So head over there right now. So what we have here is a couple of toys that someone had been sitting on that had not sold. You can see that there's a bit of package scuffing from wherever the price tag was. Someone ripped it off. It's possible that maybe these were in a thrift store and someone ripped them off because they didn't want me to see what they paid for them, which was probably a lot less than what I paid. However, if you want things to show up at your door, you're going to have to buy them. So that's where we're at with both these guys. I was really hoping to get them in yellow, which you can find these pretty cheap in yellow, about $15 each. But what I love more than anything is getting stuff on the super cheap, so that you don't care if the package sucks or you break it open or the figure's missing something, etc. I always have a little bit of buyer's remorse when I pay too much. I'm going to open these guys, and I'm going to use the razor blade here to slice open the bit of plastic that is glued down on the back, because I'm trying to keep the packages, I wouldn't say pristine, but I don't want to just manhandle them and mangle them when I open them. So we're going to just gently slice these open, you know, not trying to harm anybody, harm the package. I want the package to feel good. Oh, look at that. All right, so note that there may be no way to open these non-destructively. That is, that they are glued down on this side, and so that when you open it, it takes the paper with it. And so these are going to have to be destroyed. You cannot open these Breaking Bad figures without doing serious damage to the package. They are not reusable packs. Now, I will probably end up keeping the boxes, but I do not see a way to do this without seriously destroying it. Let's see if we can surgically cut the paper and remove the characters that way. All right, it's a little better. Not the most ideal. Oofta. Okay. Our first guy is out. Check him out. While he's up there grandstanding, and I know you guys are like, hey, zoom. Okay. There's your guy. Let me work on the other package here. Doesn't seem to be a good way to do this. Oof, this is a little better. And it could just be that the package is old and therefore it's bound to open in a way that you don't want it to. However, I don't see any way to open these without doing some serious destruction. And again, that's why all right, so here's a shot of the original boxes. As you see, I had to go in from the side there. I was trying to do it without ripping them. Impossible, my friends, impossible. This is a PX Preview exclusive, by the way. Don't know what that means. Maybe this is free. All right, so got our two cats here. Now, let me focus them up here for you. We got our Walter White, Jesse Pinkman. Jesse comes with this respirator. Walter White does not. It's too bad. It'd be cool if each guy had a respirator. This guy comes with a little tray of blue meth. You can see that. And whatever this is, it's a little tiny object, not sure. Don't know, maybe it'll say what that item is. Okay, gas mask, tray, and chili pepper. Chili pepper. Oh, here's a cool little plastic mask. You could actually use that as a mold to mold a head for this guy. Does anyone else think that that's interesting? Anyone? Is there one for Pinkman? Not really. I don't know who designed these packages, but they clearly don't like us. Okay, so this guy comes with, according to the box, gym bag with money, hat, and sunglasses. No, that is the character advertised on the back. This doesn't tell me what it comes with. So that is a way of knowing that these are probably a lot cheaper than you think. Anyways, I'll take out all the accoutrements. I don't care. I've already destroyed the package. We've got accessories include these three sort of chemistry devices, and Pinkman comes with, of course, gas mask and the blue meth tray, and there is something with a chili pepper in a bottle it comes with. So now let's take a look at the figures themselves. All right, first of all, right off the gate, these guys stand really well, but they are not really action figures. They are just these statues, of course, so they balance great, but they, even though they have arms that are glued in, they don't move. So These guys can't really do anything, but this guy could possibly wear his mask. Maybe he just wears it on his head. That might be the thing. That just make it look like you're, you know, I don't know. Let's see if we can get it on. All right. There he is with mask. So none of these guys really, because their arms move, none of them actually hold anything. Can't make this guy do anything. But they look like kind of a cool group of dudes. The paint job is really good. The choice of shoes is pretty cool. The face on Heisenberg, Walter White, is really well done. It's a great sculpt. It's very sort of perfect for the character. The sculpt on Jesse is also pretty good, but not great. It doesn't just looks like a generic guy, whereas this really does look like the actor. They really put the lines in his face. The extra action figure type stuff that it comes with is pretty cool. They seem like these are sort of easy to make. They're just clear plastic that is fired in a mold of these. So they don't have to do anything. They have to paint them. They just come out clear. This has a little white cap on top that maybe they glue that on, or maybe they put a little dab of white paint on it. It seems to be just a sticker and a tray for this. So this is pretty easy to make. And this has got like some colored purple caps that just go on. And it looks like there's a little bit of paint that hits the buckles. And it looks like there's a see-through piece of plastic that goes in for the face shield on this. So it seems like these are pretty easy to assemble. These are a cool looking group of dudes. I think that these guys can be great as like maybe like a hip hop team, right? And they can maybe go to some rap battles, you know, I'm guessing. Maybe they need a DJ. It's usually best if there's like 3 guys, I think, overall, when you have a hip-hop team like this. But overall, these guys, as far as being something you photograph, they look pretty good. Now, I noticed that the Jesse Pinkman suit is a little more green. Walter's is a little more faded. I don't know if that is difference in material or paint or something else in the production, or if those were intended to be slightly different color. They're not quite exactly matching. They might look matching under the light when you hit it with light and you put it back, but in real life this one is a little bit darker, a little bit more blue, and this is a little more white or yellowish than that one. And it could be just that they you know, rolled off the assembly line at different times, and that is the dyeing of the plastic, and that's how it came out. Just a slight shade different, but it's interesting because it makes the characters a little slightly different now. They're not just the same figure with different heads put on them, which is what I think is kind of cool about these guys, is they actually sort of made these different from one another without making a generic figure. This is also available in yellow and orange. I think yellow would be the preferred color because that's what they're wearing in the TV show. I don't think they ever wore this kind of green or the orange when they were currently a show on TV, but this allows Mezco to crank out a ton of these guys and all they got to do is just switch the color, and you've got more figures for people to collect. I particularly like the glasses that come with Walter White. I wish the head at least turned. You can see the arms have been glued on, but they don't move, so they didn't bother to make these guys have any kind of pins inside or anything like that. But you know, you can do a lot of cool photo shots with these guys as is. You can do stuff like this. I could put them on the Lazy Susan, rotate them. You can have one guy looking this way, one guy looking that way. You can have, you know, all sorts of cool cool framing ideas for these cats. You know, they definitely look like a band. Like this is maybe an album cover. It's hard to say exactly how much mileage you can get out of these guys, but we're going to give it a try. We're going to be throwing these guys in little spots here and there, kind of in the background. It's nice that they're in the 6-inch size, which is really popular. There's a lot of characters, a lot of figures coming out in 6-inch. Of course, all of the Marvel Legends, you know, the Star Wars Black series does some great 6-inch figures. So the Breaking Bad figures are well sculpted, very well painted, decorated. It's too bad that they have no moving parts whatsoever on them, but they feel real hefty and they stand up and they look great. They always look cool, like they're posing, like they're some sort of, you know, electronic French duo. I'm a little disappointed that I had to excessively rip open the package. I was hoping that I could just undo the glue and the top would just come off and you could take the figure out, and if you wanted to put it back on, you know, I'm still going to try to keep the package for a while. If several years go by and I get tired of seeing this thing, who knows, maybe I'll throw them in the trash or if someone else wants them. But I think the guys are really cool looking for whenever you want to do some type of homage to Breaking Bad in toy photography. It's good to have a couple of these guys just hanging out on hand. Would have really liked to got them in a yellow. I could have paid more to get them in yellow, and you know, who knows, maybe I recycle these guys. Maybe in a year, put these guys up on the chopping block and I replace them with something else. So that's been the unboxing for today. I want to thank everybody who made it this far into the video. Also, check me out on the Instagram at Action Figuratorium. I post a lot of my toy photographs there. I will sometimes post different alternate pics on Twitter, as well as sort of spouting off occasional nonsense there. You can find me at ActFiguratorium. And of course, I do live streams where I just, you know, do a fly on the wall mode, have some music going, and do some photography. You get to see the studio as well as you get to see what the camera sees as I auto-rotate through cams. That's on my Twitch channel called Action Figuratorium. All these are at the bottom here. You can check them out at any time, of course, by going to the website actionfigure-atorium.com. You can find links to all of my social media, as well as find galleries and additional info about me and the toy photography that I do, along with the toy photography that my friends do with me. So I want to thank everyone for watching once again, and it'd be great to have you guys follow along.